Hello and welcome to the 17th episode of Stay Nerdy, my friends. In today's episode, I'm going to be answering a couple questions about the universe, and I am going to sort of just give you some information about the universe that some of you know, some of you don't know, and I can pretty much guarantee that all of you will learn something that you didn't know. If you don't learn anything, you're awesome, I guess. Watch another one of my episodes. I don't know what to tell you. This is a lot of pretty cool information. Um, the main thing that I want to answer today is a question that I've had since I started this show. And it was asked by someone who I've known for a pretty long time, and she asked, where is the universe located? And that's a pretty tough question to answer. I honestly don't foresee us coming up with an answer because the problem is the universe is expanding at the speed of light. So, and that's according to Einstein, that's the fastest that you can travel. You can't go faster than the speed of light. So, if you were to build a ship that could go the speed of light, which is also really unlikely, but let's say that you did. You start your journey here, the universe is here when you started your journey. Well, because the universe is expanding at the speed of light, it's Zeno's paradox. When you get to where here, the universe is over here, and when you get to here, the universe is here. So you see, you keep closing this gap, and you can get so close, but you will never actually break it. It's, for any of my fellow math geeks out there, it's sort of like being an inverse tangent function approaching an asymptote. You'll get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer, but you'll never actually get there. You'll get really close to touching, but you never will. It's the universe friend zoning us. that's the easiest way to explain it. So now, the best answer for that we can come up with, theoretical physicists can come up with, is that the universe is sort of just floating in nothingness, because if it were floating in any other type of matter, the universe wouldn't allow for the infinite expansion that we're having. Now, that is not to say that the universe always has been and always will be expanding. It probably will always be expanding, but it's possible, because I think at one point physicists said that the universe was slowing down and it wasn't going the speed of light anymore. But with the introduction of dark matter and dark energy, that sort of was another catalyst, according to them, that boom, shot the universe out even further, and that made it speed up to the speed of light again. Um, it's possible that it's slowing down, that it could slow down, but once again, super, super improbable. So now I'm going to give you an example of this. So here's a happy little whiteboard. I know it looks like an amoeba floating inside of an avocado, but it's not. That's a picture of our universe. Now this is so not to scale. I had to draw it big. I had to draw the small stuff big so that you guys could see it. So let's say that this little black dot is Earth. That's the sun. That's the Milky Way galaxy. It's a spiral galaxy, not an amoeba. So it's just a placeholder. And this is the universe. Well, what I would like to talk to you guys about, it's something that a YouTube show that I've always really loved talked about. Not all infinities are the same, and this is a really complicated idea, but stick with me. I think that you'll understand it pretty well. So the universe itself is ever expanding. It expands in all directions at the speed of light. But as you can see here, the Milky Way galaxy, now, of course, this isn't a real world example. This is just to show you what I mean when I say that infinity isn't a set number. We are closer to this edge of the universe than we are to this edge, right? So, yeah. Okay, I just had to make sure I sort of had a mirror image thing going on. So now, this is still infinity, you know. Wow, it's hard to draw that upside down. And this is still infinity. But this one is bigger than this one. We are closer to that side of the universe. We'll still never get to it because it's constantly expanding, which is what makes it infinite, than we are to this one. However, this infinity is larger than this one. For a fantastic example of this, check out the YouTube show Numberphile. They are super awesome. I mean, when I was a little kid, I would watch their shows, and whew, their math is amazing. Like, that's one of the things that inspired me. They are awesome. Definitely check them out. I'll put a link to their channel in the description. Um, so other than I said that the light speed is a speed limit on everything, and if you're a Star Trek fan, I know that you guys are like, but wait, Star Trek went faster than the speed of light with the warp factors. What the warp factors in Star Trek is, they were talking about what the warp factor is. Warp factor 1 is light speed, and you can only go up to a certain warp. I forget which one it is, because what they're doing when they're going to warp is they're moving the universe around the ship, and while the ship is moving. So that's how they sort of play with the fact that the light speed is the fastest the ship can travel, because now the universe is traveling close to this. They're moving the whole universe, and they're moving along with it. So now they're going, technically speaking, faster than the speed of light. Um, the main problem with this is you would have to move the entire universe, which I'm not saying is impossible, but once again, like a lot of the stuff that we've talked about in this episode, it's mathematically improbable. They actually came up with a pretty good idea of a ship that would be able to do it. The only problem is that the ship would have to exist in the fourth dimension in order to do it, which um, would be that would be kind of a trip if they were able to create that one. Which, once again, highly unlikely that we'll ever be able to do that. Um, I hope that we would be able to do that, but highly improbable. That would be awesome. Anyway, I would love to take a trip on that ship if they ever made it. Anyway, so like I said, I can almost guarantee that you will have learned something that you didn't know in watching this episode. I'm glad that I finally got to answer that question that's been on my email inbox for months. So yeah, there's the best answer that science can give you right now. If you have any more ideas for episodes of Stay Nerdy My Friends, send them to staynerdymyfriends@gmail.com. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below. You can also leave suggestions for new episodes there. Whatever. Like this video, share it with every single person you know. Like I said, if you learn something new, I guarantee your friends will learn something new. It's awesome. The universe is such a broad topic. I had to condense as much as I could into this short episode. Anyway, so we have a Facebook, like I said, link is also in the description, and other than that, all I can tell you is stay nerdy, my friends, and also subscribe to the channel. It's a good channel.